Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about Ferragamo belts. Recently I have seen a few different people decide that they want to try a Ferragamo belt. Perhaps they had a different luxury belt in the past, the Gucci, the Valentino, Dior, Hermes, whatever that's going to be, and now are looking into the Ferragamo. And so I've gotten a few people asking me some questions on Instagram, and I thought it would be nice to make a video just about what to look for when buying that belt and which ones I would recommend. So I'm going to be talking about both men's and women's belts. I'll be talking about the different kinds of leathers as well as the different size buckles and which ones I would recommend. So let's go ahead and get started. So between me and my husband, we have 5 Ferragamo belts. Mine, as you can see, are all the classic shape. That's not really his style. He prefers something more subtle. So his are more of a either single ganchillo shape or just kind of a typical belt shape. This is the double ganchillo. Sometimes the single is called the gancini. This is the plural as a ganchillo, but this is the one that you see more often and is my personal favorite. I absolutely love these ones. So to talk through mine a little bit more, why would I have 3 of the same belt? Because I've had them for years. They've stayed incredibly high quality. And the reason I have such a difference is because I have, I'm curvy and I can't fit the same belt on my waist as I do on my hips. My waist pre-pregnancy was about 26 inches. My hips were about 38 to 40. And now they are like 42, 43 and don't look like they're going down. So I'm glad I have the bigger ones. So I have 1 gold and 2 silver. I think I could very easily only have 2 of these if I wanted 1 gold and 1 silver, but between these I actually have 6 different belts because these are reversible. So the one that I have the gold on right now, you can easily take these off and transfer them to different belts. The one that I have with the gold right now is black and then brown. And then these 2 with the silver buckles on them right now are both white and black. They are all the 1-inch size, which is the size that I recommend if you want something that's going to be dainty and classy, especially if you want to wear it as a waist belt. I find that this is a really beautiful option that isn't going to be trendy with like the big trendy belt right now. It's going to be really a lot more timeless, I think, in this size. I personally like a more subtle luxury. I'm not really into a big flex, so I really do like this size. If you like the exaggerated size, then go for that. I find that Ferragamo belts are either considered these like more subtle luxury belts, and I have a whole video on which luxury belt you should buy or if you should buy a luxury belt where I compare this to the Gucci and the Hermes and different ones like that. So I will link that down below. But I find that they are either great for that or people really like them as like a flex, and I'm more into the understated luxuries. So you can see the gold and the silver a little more up close right now, but you can also see some of the different leathers. So these belts are all very comfortable. They're all soft. They're all really comfortable to wear. The black and brown one is a pebbled leather that is really, really soft. The black and white ones are both a smooth leather. One of them is thinner than the other one. The one that is thinner is the oldest one, and I don't know that they make this exact kind of just like smooth calf leather anymore. The other one that is still a smooth leather on the back, the white, is actually a little bit more of a grained leather. You could even say that it's closer to a Saffiano, but it's not the Saffiano, and that's really important. The Saffiano is going to be a more obviously cross-hatched version, and it's also going to be a bit more shiny. While I like the shininess and I love a good Saffiano leather in terms of the quality and the texture of it, I do find that that is a much stiffer belt. So if you like a stiffer belt, go for that one. But if you want something that's going to be a little bit more forgiving against the body, then I would go for the softer ones. I will link a few different examples of those down below. I also want to bring in my husband's leathers at the same time so you can see this very shiny, smooth version that he has. It's almost more like a patent. That is the stiffest belt of the bunch for sure. And then he also has this more obviously pebbled grain belt. That one's a little bit more comfortable. And then the other side of that one is smooth. So yeah, I would say not all leathers are created equal. Find the one that is best for you. In terms of the men's buckles, these are the ones he has. These are really old, so they definitely probably are not the ones that are still current, though they are similar to some other ones. So I really like that the Ferragamo is really small. The one he has that's a single ganchillo is reversible, so you can unclip it and then reverse it. The pebbled leather is just a single belt. That one is not reversible. One of my favorite things about these belts are that they are reversible. You get a 2-in-1. They're already less expensive than some other luxury belts for incredibly high, beautifully crafted leather, but the reversibility is great. So they both work like this. You just kind of unclip it and then you can flip it around and you clip it back in. So I think that is a really, really nice thing to be able to do, and his works the exact same way with the clip. Also means that you can add in a different belt once this wears and still have the buckle, which honestly is, you know, the part that makes it the most obviously Ferragamo. Leather is really awesome on the belt and will last a really long time, but eventually that part will wear, so it is nice to be able to get a new belt. However, you cannot buy just the replacement strap from Ferragamo, which I think is a shame. I think it would be really great if they offered that. They do not, but you could just get a similar sized belt from anywhere, especially a really nice high quality leather that's just not branded, and probably save a good amount of money on that. So that is a nice thing that you can do with these as well, because the buckle so easily comes off. So not only is the leather really, really high quality, as all leather from Ferragamo pretty much is, the buckles themselves are pretty high quality. I want to tell you a story about this, which maybe I've told you in the past. You can see these two different silver belts. Do you see that one of them has a bunch of little dings on it? You would think that that would be me saying, oh, you know what, they're not super high quality because they get these dings. I've literally had these belts for many, many years. The one that has the dings was legitimately run over by a car. I dropped the belt on the street, realized it like 20 minutes later, went outside and saw a car drive right over it, but probably in that time, many other cars had done the same. It was a pretty busy street. So, I mean, the fact that it didn't break, the fact that all it has is a few small scrapes from being literally run over, I think is a pretty good testament to the quality of it. That's pretty much it. I'm not going to talk specifically about the sizing to get, because these ones actually, the way that this worked is you would take it to the store and then they cut it down to your size. So when they take this part off, you know, it's just an unfinished piece of leather. And then you have the belt holes on the other side. So the ones that come pre-sized, I don't quite know how that works, and I haven't bought one in a really long time because I haven't needed to, because these are beautiful. So unfortunately, I can't advise you on that, just on the sides of the buckle themselves. So that's it for my little short kind of guide to buying a Ferragamo belt. I hope that it is helpful. If you have any questions, please do leave them down below and I'll do my best to answer them. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in a future video. Bye.